live music with iTunes and Coca-Cola.
Welcome to the iTunes Festival at Coco in Camden, London, where over the next month, some of the most exciting names in music are going to be taken to the stage right here. We've got some of the biggest legends in rock and roll, as well as some of the most new and exciting new bands coming through. Tonight, it's one of the jewels in the crown. It's the mod father himself, Paul Weller. Paul, it's lovely to meet you.
Thank you.
Second time we've seen you in Coco, actually, in the past few weeks.
Yeah.
You're becoming a bit of a resident here.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, there's a residency. Yeah, it's nice surroundings. It's always nice to be here.
We were just admiring, actually, the decoration in this room. It's a bit of a boudoir at the moment. Very nice.
Very nice.
New album, wanted to talk about first of all, of course, 22 Dreams. Been listening to it quite a lot today.
Good.
The variety of styles in there just really kind of stood out. Just wanted to ask you really what kind of influences you had at the time, whether you were listening to different kinds of music or what you felt on this particular record.
I think the only kind of reflection it has on what I listen to is just it's because such a wide range of stuff I listen to anyway. I've got eclectic taste anyway, so whether that reflects on the record, I don't know. But it wasn't any one particular thing I was listening to. But in the course of leaving, I listened to everything really. Do you know what I mean? From blues to whatever it is anyway. So I hate putting sort of tags on music anyway. But I listen right across the board really. So I guess maybe it comes from that. I don't know.
It's really impressed me, the eclecticism of the album. Would you say there was a central theme to the record?
I don't know if there's any sort of real concept or anything, but I think it's just, for us it was kind of like a bit of a musical journey really. Sort of gets taken off from the first track and brought back to on the last track, and they're kind of all in a cyclical sort of way, if that's the right word. But more of like a sort of like a musical thing really, more musical journey thing. And I suppose for me it's sort of tied in with, because we started it in spring last year and we finished up this spring this year. So there was that whole kind of sort of life cycle thing and yearly cycle and all that stuff. So it's got a bit of that, but I don't know, I have to be careful of those sort of things. It sounds a bit weighty or pretentious, I don't know. But it's also sort of bound up in the seasons for me, seeing all the seasons change over the course of a year as well.
Oh, okay. So when you started, did you kind of have a vision of what you wanted it to be, or did you start at the beginning and it kind of evolved into...
Yeah, it just evolved. I mean, I was from the outset I wanted to make a double album. I was quite keen on the idea of doing that because I've never done a double album before. So I wanted to have it just as many songs as possible, really. But otherwise, it just evolved, and it just, we just kept on making music, and it just, the more we did, the more we wanted to do, and different places wanted to go musically as well. It was just, just a very creative and fun time, really, yeah.
Some fantastic collaborations in there as well. How did those come about? Was it a case of you saying, I want this person to get involved in this song, that'd be great, or did it just kind of, through conversations, just happen?
It's just me sort of calling them up, and I mean, the hardest thing is to get people to come down because everyone's always working or someone's away on tour or they're doing their own record or whatever, so that's always the hardest part, just physically getting hold of them. But it's just me ringing them up and saying, listen, do you fancy come and try something? And like with me and Noel, we've been talking about it for years now, 10 years or more probably, trying to write a song together, which we never get around to doing. So it was just nice to actually sort of finally work on something together, But it's not all dead easy really. I mean, we did it with that track, when we did it in the space of an afternoon or something,
Really?
Yeah, it was really quick. Yeah, most of the stuff was done pretty quickly, I'd say. But yeah, it's just me calling people up and saying, how about it? Or yeah.
Everyone's pretty keen, obviously.
They are keen, yeah. But like I said, it's just getting everyone to, get when they're around, yeah.
You just celebrated your 50th birthday. Congratulations. You're at a point where a lot of other artists, perhaps, who had a career as long as yours have been, would have been kind of like, resting on their laurels a little bit, but actually you're producing some of your most exciting work at the moment. Yeah. What do you think separates you from the other artists and means that you're still going and still producing such exciting work?
Don't rest on your laurels. That'd be my advice. I think I'm not one to sort of look back too much really. I'm not a particularly nostalgic person or think, that was the best time, or I've always liked whatever I was doing at the time. I always liked now, and I think that makes a big difference. I'm not really one to sit around thinking about past glories, because I always sort of think every record I've ever started, I think, or pretty much anyway, maybe a few exceptions, I've always thought this is going to be the one, this is going to be the best thing I've ever done. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. It's not even important, I suppose. But that's the kind of sort of carrot, I suppose, in a way that sort of that keeps me sort of going forward, I think.
Is that your mindset now? Then, are you already thinking the next one's going to be even better?
I think, I don't know if it's going to be even better, but I think I could certainly think we could do something really different again next time. You know, not to make 22 Dreams Part 2, but just there's certain tracks on the record, on the new record, I think we could sort of expand on and go with. I'm really excited by that. Yeah.
There's obviously a lot of young new bands as well that you can see your influence. Is that something? Do you find that flattering, or do you find it that you, a bit of a rip-off, or you just?
No, I don't think a rip-off. I find it totally flattering. I think it's a great compliment, and if I've ever inspired anyone or influenced anyone's music, then great, because you know how much I've been influenced by other people. Do you know what I mean? I always take it as a great compliment.
We are at the iTunes Festival. Are you an iPod man?
I've got one. Someone gave me one at a festival about 2 years ago, and yeah, I mean I don't sort of carry one with me, but I've got one. Yeah.
Which bands are kind of top of your playlist? If you had to take your iPod out and you could have kind of couple of bands or a couple of tunes.
I don't know how to download the tunes on it. I have to get someone else to do that. But what would be big? Well, Vivian Stanshall. Vivian Stanshall was very big in my iPod. And yeah, I don't know, all the stuff I always listen to really.
So you've had your birthday. You've got this double album out. What's your plans now for the rest of the year? Have you got anything?
We're just on the road. We start this weekend. We're in Ireland, and then we're kind of off really till pretty much really up till sort of November really. And we're back here and there and stuff, but it's pretty sort of full on. We're going all over. We're going to Japan, Australia, America, and Europe, Brazil, and another UK tour in November. Yeah.
And then hopefully we'll be getting more albums soon to come.
God willing, yes, hopefully.
Brilliant. Well, lovely to meet you, and I'm looking forward to the gig tonight. Thank you very much.
Right.
Live music with iTunes and Coca-Cola.